Wednesday night live. What's up, guys? We did a bunch of multicam black hydro carriers. Those can ship to you tomorrow morning if you order one tonight. Multicam black large tool bags starting to come off the line. There will be 6 extras of those available. Folding ammo pouch, 7.62 folding ammo pouches in Woodland. We did a batch. I think there are 18 extra available of the 1-quart canteens. These will hold power bars, Cliff bars, water filtration on the side. 1-quart canteen. These will hold 5 M4 mags. And then they have points on the back to attach to suspenders. You can run key rings, grenade pin rings through here to help support, or add a shoulder strap if you wish to. These also, well, they have the full pocket here. If you're going to set them up and run them specifically as 1-quarts, these run out of here like so. This will tuck completely inside and it will cradle over your 1-quart. So to use it as a 1-quart, you can do it with the lid also, but specifically for 1-quart. So if you're running like the gas mask lid, so you can drink with a straw out of the canteen, just like so. These will also hold 60 round PMAG drums. And then we did covert bags. I think there are 6 extras of these available. These are the Tiffany blue covert bags with the Tiffany blue liners and the pocket inside, like so. And then on the back they look like this, and they have black underneath, no blue. I also have, I didn't know I had these. We had them sitting in the back and we just started moving stuff for cleaning up the back bay for the laser that's coming in. And I've got 2 war bags, multicam black, 8 mag war bags. Yeah, these are 8 mag war bags with green inside. Pretty cool. Those will come with shoulder straps. They're not on quick ship. I didn't even know I had them. So if you want those, let me know. We'll put those on for you on quick ship. Out on the floor, currently running. Looks like we have green large tool bags coming up. Maybe these are gym. No, they're tool bags. More multicam black large tool bags. We have roll-up dump pouches in looks like gray, and I know we also have them in Woodland about to run. More clothes bags. This looks like, what, a gym bag? Yep, a gym bag. Maybe that's the sample. Ran a lot of the Jaws bags today, so all those orders will be shipping out. Double wide crossbody bags in OD and black got cut. There's a bunch of mesh pockets in multicam. And then these are roll-up dump pouches in multicam about to run. We recorded Pulling the Thread podcast today, and then we recorded Q&A for members, if you're a member on our Patreon or our YouTube. And then more Jurassic Park bags. So, what's going on? How are we? Who is here? Simmerwell, what's up? Hey, I saw that message you sent me. They did a remake too that's like a 50s jazz or whatever from 50 Cent. That was pretty cool too. Webdad, what's up? Byron Roberts, Enrique, Jason, what's good? Mark, what's going on? Dietrich, what's up? Enrique, best canteen pouch. Thank you. Those will also hold, obviously, they'll hold with the canteen cup, and you can go, steel or titanium on those. Isaac Barrett, what's up? James Young, hey, what's up, James? I love my SOE hydro carrier. Thanks. Seaside, what's up? Dean, what's going on? And Bear Arms, what's up? Draven, would you like to hear a true tale of construction retard? Let's hear it. Let's hear it. I can only imagine. Tom, what's up? Drinking straight water. How's everybody's day? I'm a little tired. we were just saying, what are we doing this weekend? And I think we're going to sleep a little bit this weekend. Larry, what's up? Okay, have you ever used a man lift? Yes. Like, yes, I've used a telehandler as well as like a scissor lift man lift. Typically inside here we just use scaffolding because I don't have like a compact one. I've thought that I want to buy one of those that you roll around that has like the cargo on the front with the, you know, you strap in the back like they have for, I guess like Lowe's. You know, a super compact one like Amazon used to use. Do you have COVID yet? No, I don't have COVID. Do you have COVID? It's a fucking weird question. Santee Todd, what's up? Jonathan, how are you? COVID catches John. Yeah. We might have had COVID like 2019, 2020 maybe. But like, I'm not going to get fucking tested by COVID. I'm of the belief that they give you COVID when they test you for it. Like, I don't trust any of that shit. I don't take the fucking flu shot. I'm definitely not taking a flu fucking vaccination. I didn't go to the fucking doctor I ain't been to the doctor since fucking COVID ever started. I think they would fucking give you, like, I think if you go in and get a surgical procedure, I think they're going to give you a vaccination for it. I think that people got more fucked up from the vaccinations than you know, the rest of it. You should never leave your fingers outside the rail. You risk losing your fingertips. I guess if like we're confined space or something, yeah, I guess I could see that. What happened? I only see doctors for testosterone. Yeah, and I don't see a doctor for that. I get better health care from our hormone guys than from a doctor. Like, they read my lab work and my blood work and have a conversation with me that a general practitioner or general care provider never even had. Trust the site. Yeah, when are we going to hang that motherfucker? Did I see that they just arrested the last FBI director? Arrested and indicted and arrested? Did anybody know about that today? Apparently that happened. Was it Comey? Comey, right? John, how are you, man? Did you start getting tea because you needed it? Or, no, I was taking testosterone when I was 21, man. I probably need it. I'm sure that my testosterone is shut down. But even after running testosterone young years, my test was still higher than a lot of like normal dudes that I talk to. When they're like, how do you have so much energy? I'm like, testosterone would be a good start, right? Go get your hormone levels checked. And they come back and they're like, my testosterone was 17 or my testosterone was 70. Like, that's fucking low. Like, there's teenage girls that have more testosterone than that. And usually they start taking tests and they're like, oh my God, I fucking feel so much better. I think that a lot of people who think they feel good have no idea how well they could feel. Same thing for women too. Like, if you have a woman and she's grumpy all the time or has zero, you know, like low sex drive, she usually, her testosterone level is too low. Couldn't have happened. Yeah, the settled science. Yeah, couldn't have happened to a nicer guy trying to remain economic. I understand, dude. Everything's tighter. Everything is more theatrics and more. Everybody's chasing fewer dollars, I think. So have you seen the spikes on the roof? I have seen those. The lead safety guy wants to mount those spikes on the handrail. Holy fuck. Leave it to the safety guy. Did somebody have their fingers cut off or something, Isaac? I mean, we better fucking put some bumpers ahead of the fucking forklift wheels too, because those will, when they run over the front tips of your toes with that, there's just a fucking oil smear for about 10 feet. Timmer, how are you? My testosterone was 0 when I started TRT. Wow, Todd, where are you at now, man? How do you feel? Do you notice a difference? just become a D-ball gangster. It helps with the short term. I've never used D-ball. I've used some orals here and there, but not for any prolonged time. Like I have Anavar. I have a prescription for it. I hadn't taken a test for it. I'm curious. Got it. Yeah, go get Feel Great. I bet you do, man. I bet you do, especially having low test. So birds don't shit on the handrails. No, it's because the safety Nazi is. I mean, maybe something happened over there. I take the jab twice a week, not that C1719 jab. I want to inject 3 times a week. I want to spread it out, right? I want to take 400 a week and break that into 4 times, 3 times a week. 4 would even be better. You'll have less ups and downs and spikes. I'd have to look at my last lab results, but I feel good. Good, man. That's what's important, Todd. Like, do you perform better? Do you feel better? And like, I tell people all the time, I'm like, man, when your test levels are correct, you will sleep better also. And I think a lot of that too is because you just, I compare it to, like, you remember old mag lights, right, with alkaline batteries. And the mag light, the big mag light, it would run about 50%, and about halfway you'd start it tapering down, right? Whereas lithium batteries, they run all the way to the end and just die. And I think that's how, when your test levels are proper, you operate and you exert more energy through the day. When your head hits the pillow, you're just fucking knocked out. You just go to sleep. It's economy of energy, economy of sleep. Feeling jacked. I bet you do, motherfucker. You're at 1200. You're 1200 tests overall. That's good, man. That's good. That's really good. The test used to only go to 1500. Now it actually, they can run and test higher through LabCorp. And I think they always could. They just wouldn't tell you. I do 50 units 3 times a week, right on. I'm only at 100 milliliters a week. Got it, okay. Dude, if it's working for you and you feel it, a lot of times the doctors, especially like general practitioners, they'll give you a low amount, and it actually fucks dudes up. It actually gives them a huge spike in estrogen. Their nipples start hurting, they get all emotional, they start acting like a fucking woman. It's because the test level, while they're giving them test, it's enough to fuck them up, not improve them. $51 of you on here, 34 thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up for us, guys, if you will. You can be anywhere on the internet. You choose to be here. It doesn't cost you anything. All we ask is double tap that screen. I get from a test clinic, oh yeah, I had to take a blocker for, oh yeah, so like Nolvadex or Clomid or something like that. Sleep like a baby, run your kids around, and yeah, absolutely you will. That's true, man. Optimize You started me at 100 a week. In February, moved to 150 now. Night and day difference. Yep, that's who I'm with. Optimize You. That's who I use. Those guys are great. And they'll have a conversation about a lot of stuff when they run your blood markers. They're like, hey, you should up your vitamin D. You know, they have a lot of other services they provide also. Infusions and, you know, therapeutic blood draw and stuff. And then a lot of, depending on the clinic, they've got cryo chambers in there and all kinds of stuff. Saunas, red light therapy. Everybody get the text tonight? So we passed our rough inspection. He did not like some of the things that we had done. He did pass us anyways. Now we have to, because it's inspected, we have to actually, we can't just insulate it and use it, right? We have to cover the walls now because it's a commercial inspection. So we got to get all the paneling and shit put in, all the walls sealed up. Is that something local or nationwide? And what was Optimize You, John? I don't know if they're out your way, but they do have clinics all through the United States. Optimize You. Could you please make color match multi? Now the multicam black, it's all going to be black elastic. The multicam black elastic is not as good as the black elastic. I never did like it. While it looks neat, it's just not the same product. So if we did a multicam black visor, all of the elastic on it's going to be black, and it's just not, it's not full multicam black. We did some, I just didn't like them. Optimize You Now. Yeah, optimizeyounow.com. Optimize the letter U. Yeah, Ken, like, we had to have a meter set, right? I didn't have enough power, so we had to have a new service pulled. So we had enough power pulled that we can move in, you know, the next building. We won't have to do this again. Not that we won't. I mean, it'll still be done proper, but we won't have to go through all the inspection and everything. Michael, how are you, man? Did my shot in my right hip area Monday. Fucked up, hit something I shouldn't have. Got a huge knot. Kevin, are you running like insulin needles? You know, you don't have to run a big needle. I shoot in my lats. You can shoot in your delt. You can even shoot into belly fat, like your side fat. You don't have to use a big needle any longer. Break it down, and what you do is you take like your small insulin needles, and it's hard to draw through there, right? So what you do is you pull the plunger out, and the needle you use to draw, you put it into your insulin needle. That way that insulin needle just pushes in. But you can run it into your love handles or your belly fat. Ideally the brown fat on the side is where you're gonna put it in. Hey John, just bought a Agilite Sub-Zero. I don't know what that is. Is that a cold plunge? And the knot will go away, Kevin. A lot of that times, if you really want to hold the syringe and heat it up, that helps. And then just push it in slow. Like I would always just push it too fast. So I always had knot. So I would go left of belly button, right of belly button, right side. And, you know, I was using a lot of peptide stuff, so I was taking, you know, between 5 and 7 shots a day. So we, like, just went back. I do intermuscular. We inject in, and I just inject lat. Amanda does. Amanda actually gives me the shots. Rub the knot area. Yep. Rub the knot area. Yep. And you'll get better at shots, absolutely. Bob, I trust that you made it where you were headed. Yes, it's a Blaine carrier. Blair carrier. I don't know what we're saying, Gio. It's a Blair carrier. Heat the test up with body. Yeah, put it under your armpit. Have your wife hold it. Put it in her titties. Whatever you got to do. You could even take and warm water, like with a coffee pot, or warm some water in a coffee cup in the microwave, and then set the syringe in it. Plate carrier, got it, cool. Yeah, some of the Agilite stuff looks neat, man. That's the stuff coming out of Israel, right? They've got some neat stuff. I'm somewhere. Roger, got it. Yeah, Agilite. They've got I've seen some of their videos. I'm impatient. Gotta slow down. Well, we wouldn't be having this conversation if you weren't impatient. You'll learn. You'll get it. Are your belts stiff like pistol belts for competition? Yeah, I think they are. I mean, our belts are stiffer than most other belts I've seen guys come in with, and our duty belt is fucking ridiculously stiff. Like I have always asked for a higher spec, stiffer belt. Now we're getting webbing that's so stiff, most of our machines won't even sew it. We can only do it on a couple of the machines, our 2-inch. did you get the electric pass? So Bob, he came in, said, I don't like this. You can't have more than 2 wires through a hole. And as you know, we have 3 per hole. And he's like, but I'm going to let it go. And then he didn't like that the power was jumped from one circuit to the other. I don't know why he didn't expand on that, but he did pass us. Yes, he passed us. And I said, okay, what can we do? What can we not do? And he's like, you can finish the job. And I go, okay, for final inspection, do I have to have the ceiling in? Can I just insulate it? He's like, nope, everything has to be battened up. Everything has to be, because it's a dwelling. And I'm like, but it's snake cages. Like, there's no, he's like, nope, gotta do it. Gotta do it. Clever, what's up? And the inspector was funny. Like, I could have stood there and talked to him for quite a while. He came in kind of like hard ass at first, but I'm just like, tell me what I need to know, right? And then I think I'm like, okay, now that we've passed rough inspection, what can we do? What are we not allowed to do? And he's like, just finish it up. You're good to go. And then he's like, this AC unit here, you have to get a permit and get a inspection for that, and then you have to have a final. So we got to buy 2 more permits because the mini split has been installed. Never mind that it was installed by a professional. But that's how all this shit goes, right? If we'd have just put 2 outlets in there and a light and been like, that's it, it'd be done, and then we could do whatever. But it's the game that you got to play. Ryan, how are you, man? You might see us do a armor carrier or several. Vince, how are you, man? Yeah, always got to get their cut. and it does. We go to the electric department and we pay them, and they have to run the card because it goes straight to the state. And then you got to run the card through their machine because it goes to the city. So everybody's got, yeah, politics of building any, but we have no codes or zoning. Like, we're not supposed to have to do any of this shit. Times are, they call it progress, right? Progress, which means you pay a lot more. So we got another, we got a much bigger 3D printer got here today. The computer to control the laser, that all got here today. And the laser, we got all the information, so that arrives Wednesday. I'm a special inspector on a huge project. A lot of it is different per inspector. I try to be even-keeled and realistic. Some guys I work with are assholes. Yeah, I'm sure any of them can be. I mean, I just shut my mouth and just listened and waited and interacted when he, asked us questions, and then he was cool, like, once we were, 20 minutes into it. If you run plate carriers, I want one. Typhon, I don't know that we'll do Typhon Toxic. Who knows, man? I mean, it'll be laser cut. Once the laser, we'll run it. We'll probably build, I really don't think I would change anything on our plate carriers. We would do a modular plate carrier, which you could run slick, or you could add a cummerbund, or you could add, now everybody calls them placards. We didn't call them, we didn't have a name for it back then, but we'd probably run the same thing. Going to work in Pittsburgh tomorrow, right on the Ohio River. Got to locate 16-inch gas line. How deep would that be buried, a 16-inch gas line? Thoughts on why states are banning gas-powered leaf blowers? I think it was part of the. I think it was all part of the green revolution bullshit, which doesn't fucking work. And then a lot of it's just fucking wine moms and Karens, right? You have people complaining about noise while they're at home, while their husbands earn a living, and they spend their husband's money and then vote fucking liberal. I mean, that's the problem. It's white liberal women. That's how these elections and shit happen. That's who elected many of them. rich fucking people, rich women who fucking all get together and fucking, you know, complain. Now, some of the electric stuff is pretty good, but none of my electric stream trimmers match my gas stream trimmer. Fuck, no way. Electric chainsaw, pretty good for 75%, 90% of the shit homeowner would do, but for really doing stuff, it's not the same. I mean, I would rather have an electric chainsaw in the SUV than the gas chainsaw, but on real storms, I mean, you're gonna want fucking gas. Whiny, noisy, NIMBY, yeah, that's exactly what it is. That's exactly. It's like being a cop. We hear all the excuses and lies you become. I get it. I get it. I get it. Gonna run a survey boat drone next week to get river soundings. Curious. Yeah, that'll be neat. I do concrete inspector. Inspector made us pull up a mix that you could drive a tank on and made us pull it out and put in a mix a bike would break. Why do you think that is? Like, was there an explanation or a reasoning behind that? I did hear something interesting this week. Yesterday, as a matter of fact, while I was talking with some friends. And you know how your plugs, you've got the two prongs here and then you've got the ground underneath, right? So like a smiley face, right? Your normal. A lot of places, and I saw some plugs put in up. I was at a hotel, as a matter of fact, and the plugs were all upside down. I'm like, that's weird. And then we were talking yesterday with a few friends, and they're like, you know, a lot of places want you to put them the other way. And we're like, well, why is that? What's the reasoning behind that? Well, if you have your two prongs out a little ways and a piece of metal hits them, it can hit it. Whereas if it's upside down and it's out a little ways, you only hit the ground. And that made perfect fucking sense. I'm like, wow, that looks weird to me, but that makes all the sense in the world when explained. We worked over a 36-inch gas line that was 40 feet deep, and the transmission company sat there the entire time. That seems like a 40 feet deep? Is that over a 36-inch gas? Is that correct, Bob? That's 40 feet deep? That's a fucking deep. You think there's any correlation to combating tear gas effectively in riots and civil unrest? Do you think there's any correlation to combating tear gas effectively in riots and civil unrest? I'm not sure what you're asking me. Word that differently and ask me that another way. It could have failed compressive brake tests. They're as fun to work with as the railroad. Counties don't want to work hard to get to the utilities that are under the cement. Ah. Gary, how are you? Stay the fuck away from the riots. Yeah, we typically know where the riots are when it's riot season. I go a lot of places. And a lot of the abandoned places we go are like in the hood, right? You see drug deals and shit happening. I've never found myself in a riot, though. I've known where riots were. Using gas-powered leaf blower to counter tear. Oh, I see what you're saying. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. Are you gonna be the guy out there with the fucking leaf blower though? I'm sure they're gonna fucking pepper ball you. Rolling Acres, how are you, man? They build roads to break. That's why you always hear every politician talk about giving money for infrastructure. So you think it's like planned obsolescence? You think that's intentionally, Tommy? Very well could be. We were talking about that, like all tires cost more now, and they don't fucking last as well. I saw shocked with the size and depth it runs to the New York City as a transmission line. Got it. 40 feet deep. It's fucking wild. I guess though they're pumping that, right? So that's pressurized lines, and they're pumping natural gas from a port or someplace maybe. When they pressurize that water, that natural gas, right? When they pressurize the gas coming from like Gulf of Mexico or wherever, right? Texas or whatever. Are there booster stations? Does it run so many miles and then has to be repressurized? Or does that line just, I guess it just runs under pressure for thousands of miles, hundreds of miles? I don't know how that works. Well, most contractors do a good job and build to design. When they don't, it's bad. The shit I have seen has convinced me the need for inspection. I see what you're saying. High pressure line with regulator stations along the way. Got it. Got it. We always heard, like, as preppers, right? You always heard, like, natural gas generator, because natural gas never goes off. And then a few years ago, you started hearing about fucking natural gas going off. I'd never heard that till, you know, the ice storms in Texas and shit. The natural gas went down. So natural gas is very convenient when it works. And while I've never seen it not work, that 1,000-gallon propane tank will hold fucking propane forever until we use it. How hard is it if you have like a heater, for instance, right? Our heat in here runs natural gas and our stove runs natural gas. Those are the only things that run natural gas. So having those, if natural gas were to go down, how hard is it to convert that to run on propane? I've always heard it's just jets. And I've heard something, like you just have to change the jet out. But I don't know what's involved in changing the jet out. Is that a doable thing on the fly? You hear China is having unrest again. One of their top celebrities died. They always die of suicide or re-education camp. Leaked autopsy report and audio records from the incident prove otherwise. No, I've not heard that, James. I had not. I know that when rich people from China come on vacation, like to the United States, for instance, they don't let them bring their family members, because if they were to leave, they have their families back home, right? Because they will punish them. We had now entered heavy frost every morning and 75 degrees during the day. I'm wearing a hoodie, man. I sat out, I met some friends. We saw some friends at the Mexican restaurant tonight. And I'm like, aren't you guys cold? They're like, no, it's fucking blazing hot. And I'm like, I'm kind of chilly. I got a hoodie on. And about 30 minutes into it, she got up and went and got a hoodie. It was cold enough outside this morning, and not unbearable, but out of comfort, I did put on a jacket this morning. Plus, I have two like Carhartt heavy flannels, I guess. I got a couple of those at Home Depot a few weeks ago, and I'm looking forward to trying those out. Gas needs a lot of maintenance that you never know about. Got it. There was a federal mandate to replace all bare steel gas pipelines after 4 houses blew up in Boston. Yeah, I always wondered if those were really gas explosions. There are people who get natural gas from wells on our land. Yeah, I have a friend who has a natural gas well that runs a generator on his property, as a matter of fact. If you have the orifices, jets, on hand, it's pretty easy to switch. Good info. Jets are just different size orifices that control the amount of gas. Got it. Bill Gates is trying to kill the concrete industry like farms. He is making the industry cut the dust with limestone and chemicals. Under what guise? Like what's the excuse for that? You have been raided before. If you had to hide something, where would you put it? I didn't ever expect I was going to be raided, so I always assumed that I could be raided again. So I would not be speaking about that on the internet. And it's going to be situation dependent too, right? It all depends on you, your situation, your building, your property. Plain sight's always probably good. How far are you guys from Murfreesboro? 90 minutes. China also has the secret police departments in other nations. Yeah, they have them here. There's like 40 or so of them in the United States. Several in New York. That's a major prepper goal. Net gas well on property. You and I both know somebody that has that, Summerwell. Under dirt. Yeah, under dirt, under gravel. I mean, you hear that a lot. Under steel. Under metal shit, right? If they're gonna metal detect or something, have fucking metal all through the. I mean, you hear that shit all the time. How deep can metal detectors detect? I don't know. I used a metal detector. I lost a GoPro off my skid steer in a massive pile of mulch that we had, and a buddy came in, and within under a minute he found my GoPro with a metal detector. How deep? Yeah, I don't know. I walked outside barefoot in my undies this morning. It was 47. It was colder. It was chilly outside. I went outside, was outside for probably 3-4 minutes, came back in and put on a jacket. If it's time to hide, it's time to have it with you. Yeah, if it's time to bury them, it's time to use them. I hear that all the time. Yeah, look how that's going for the UK. Look how that's going for jolly old England. Mom used to have a gas well on the property, leased it to a company. Free heat is off. Nice. I love it's getting colder out. Sweatshirt weather. Yep. Eastern Ohio, full of natural gas. Anything on from the printer, guys, or you're just at the point where it's check this now?
I have to try it.
I had all this AC shut off, and this thing's back on now. JR, what's up? How are you? See these things? These are super nice, right? We have a few covert packs with the multicam black TIFF blue thread. Those have Tiffany blue inside. I don't know what I don't think she's running a printer right now, Bob. We just got a bigger printer today, so they will chain together. So she can run them all through the same app. Turn one on and it'll turn the other on the way she's got them set up. But she's printed all kinds of shit, man. Small mesh pockets coming. OD black, double wide crossbody bags. More 1 quarts, small utilities coming. We did a bunch of multicam 1 quarts today. Jurassic Park bags. I've got 2 4-mag war bag, 8 mags, 4-mag, 8-mag war bags. Multicam black hydros. Multicam black large tool bags. 7.62 folding ammo pouches in Woodland. Black flag patches. Coyote black flag patches. OD. Digital ID, I've heard quite a bit about it. I hear they're really pushing back, and England said fuck you guys, you're doing it anyways. Here's some multicam black red covert packs, woodland day packs. Is ICE doing hits in Dearborn? I don't know. I would love to see them fucking deport Ilhan Omar. Did they arrest Comey? Did that happen? They arrested the director of the FBI, Biden's director of FBI. I heard he, like, physically arrested, indicted. Anybody hear that today? Couple weeks ago, Ken. Couple weeks ago. I saw it today as though it had happened today. Today you saw the judge. Got it. You have a program person for 3D printing. Yes and no. We have a couple different people. There's a couple websites where you can download most of what you're looking for probably already exists, and then there's some 3D imagers that will basically, AI will build you programs. Blood not guilty. Got it. Got it. All right, guys, I'm about to shut down here. We did a Pulling the Thread podcast today. Look for that shortly. If you're a member, we did a question and answer video. You'll see that shortly also if you're a member. I'm in Michigan, not far from Dearborn, and I haven't heard anything about ICE. Got it. Roger, Brandon. Thingiverse. Yeah, Thingiverse is one of them. Yep. ICE has been in rural Michigan north of Lansing. Did they send full tactical teams in to get... they sent 300... DOJ agents with Blackhawks and full tactical teams into Chicago. I believe it was Chicago. Arrested everybody in the building and processed them, and every one of them was illegal. And 37 of them were Tren de Aragua. I believe that was Chicago, right? Nalgene bottle adapter to soda bottle threads. That's actually a thing. I've seen that. I know that they have those. I saw a company that had them 3D printed. I am sure we can do that. Free card and slicer program can do 3D. Yep, we use slicer. All right, guys, I'm out. See you guys tomorrow. Have a good evening. Stay out of trouble. You've never accidentally been caught in a riot. And anybody who didn't see it, AJ from Simmerwell was on Bear Independent. Go and watch that video. Check it out. Leave some comments there also. See you guys later. Corporal's Corner has those. That's not where I saw it. I actually think I bought some of those, but it's not Corporal's Corner. But right on. All right, guys. Good night.